Good evening, Dean Davison, live weatherblogs.com meteorologist. I just figured I'd get some more information now, looking at different things across the world and in world weather, and I found these couple of systems that are down in near Australia. We already know that Australia's been getting a lot of flooding. If you haven't kept up with the news, so they're going to look at another tropical cyclone moving their way. You can see this is tropical cyclone Wilma. You can see the clockwise circulation, pretty good circulation here. Kind of tight, small tropical cyclone, not good at outflow. Remember, the southern hemisphere goes the opposite direction of what the hurricanes do in the United States and northern hemisphere. But it's tightening up pretty good. It could reach close to Category 1 strength by the time it does make landfall. And this, like I said, has a pretty good, well-defined eye. Got a little bit cold. It looks like there's some dry air trying to intrude a little bit. That's something you have to watch out for. You don't want to have too much intrusion of dry air into a tropical cyclone. I'm moving to Queensland. Here's a tropical system. You see it moves into Queensland and then gets kicked out with the flow down South America to the east. Tropical cyclone Anthony further to the east. This is going to move around and get kicked out with the west-east flow. We'll show you that on a satellite. Here's Wilma. Here's Anthony. You see how that is in to Australia. And you see the generalized flow here in the southern hemisphere, west to east, down here, and that's going to push Anthony out, and that's also going to push Wilma out, eventually to sea. Here's the forecast map for Australia. Let's see, Anthony is over here. We have trough across southern Australia, cold fronts down to the south of Australia. You see where this all goes to, Anthony. Possibly another tropical cyclone developing. We all see how this all operates. Most of the front stays to the south. High pressure builds in here across southern Australia. It'll drift away the troughs in northern Australia as well as the tropical cyclones, which will be bad for all places like Queensland that have that problem. How many times do we see this? We can actually go through and look at different maps based on in other countries, and not many people do this, and I just figured, this would be interesting just to go along and see what you can get from different parts of the world. Like I said, this is Australia. We're clicking on these days and see where the troughs and the cold fronts are. This is from the Australian Bureau of Meteorology. Like I said, this is an interesting look at what southern hemisphere weather actually looks like. Country in Queensland, you can see here. Here's our radar out there. They're actually, a little different than what you're normally seeing. Obviously it's an X-rad radar. This is a Harn's radar loop, 128 kilometer loop of the radar. Like I said, different types of weather internationally than you're used to seeing in the United States. Another part of the world we got here is here in the Great Britain area. Nothing going on there. You got our next system moving in from North America, and you got the system over here moving away from Italy and all the European nations towards Russia, the low pressure in this region. So I thought I'd give you a little bit of a taste of what's going on across different parts of the world. For liveweatherblogs.com, this is meteorologist Dean Davison. Have a great evening, and I will be back tomorrow with United States weather. Have a great one.